What's up, everybody, and welcome to the HexxedPhenom Gamescast, the show where we bring you the video game news you need to know about each and every week. It goes live typically every Saturday on youtube.com/HexxedPhenom and on podcast services around the globe. And today, I, of course, am Joshua Wojcik, a.k.a. HexxedPhenom, and I'm joined by the Abstract Rocker, JP. JP, how you doing, man?
I am doing pretty good, man. Glad we're doing us a double header.
Yes, and that's a good point, JP, because if you guys didn't notice, of course, we missed uploading the podcast last week. It was a hardware failure on my end. My external hard drive that I basically have everything on my computer saved to. Thankfully, the drive itself is fine. It was just the cable that connects to my computer, so the SATA to USB cable. So I ordered that on Amazon, and it was supposed to be like next day delivery with Prime, and then it ended up getting delayed like twice, but it finally came in. So the plan is right now we're recording two podcasts at the same, well, not at the same time, but one right after the other. You'll see this one, you should see this one Friday night, and then tomorrow on Saturday, you will get a second HexxedPhenom Gamescast of all the stories, the news stories from the last 2 weeks, and then we'll be back on our regular schedule next Saturday, which is the 19th, and then we'll go from there. So that being said, GP, do you want to talk about any games you've been playing? I know we were just talking before the podcast that we haven't really had a lot of time to game, but
yeah, well, I've been I was on Vanguard here and there, bopping around, Far Cry bopping around, because I'm getting closer to finishing all the stuff I want at the moment. Still haven't played the damn halfway through the Vanguard campaign. I'm still at about a midway. Dying Light 2 came out. I've yet to still play it. That is right on my list, but I'm actually leaving my job that I've been at for 11 years. So I have a nice 2-week paid vacation leave and PTO after that. So
nice.
I'll have a lot of time to sit back, play Dying Light, finally really just patch out a lot of stuff. Dead by Daylight I've been really heavy on as of late when I have time.
Nice.
And Riders Republic I've been cracking into, so I'm going to continue to grind on those games.
I'm still really interested in Riders Republic.
It is really good. It is really, really fucking good.
I think at some point, like somewhat recently, they did like a free trial weekend that I completely missed out on the news cycle of. I didn't know that was a thing. If they ever do it again, I'd love to jump in though, because it looks interesting, but I don't want to get burned on it because I don't remember. I feel like I played Steep at some point, but I don't remember if I bought it or maybe it was like a PlayStation Now game or something like that. But I remember playing Steep and I was like, this has potential, but it's not all there. So I would really love to see what the evolution of that is.
Yeah, without a doubt. You got wingsuits, snowboards, BMX bikes, but you also have snowmobiles and skis. And you also have a glide suit. So it's pretty fucking cool. I really enjoyed. If you played Steep, there is a bonus that you could redeem from the Ubisoft rewards program. There is a Steep package. Yeah, it's a really, really good game. I think I'm level like 35 in it. I haven't had a lot of time to play it, but still getting there, and that's on my list probably as soon as I go on my Bon Voyage vacation.
Nice.
So yeah, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there, and I'm finally going to be able to play the games haven't had much time to do in the past 2.5 months trying to balance 2 jobs, but that's finally. Yeah. What have you been cracking on into, boy?
So not much new. I did play the first like 2 to 3 hours of Dying Light 2. I do like it a lot. I have heard, and I think these have been patched by now, a lot of them. Obviously not everything, but a lot of reviews said that the game was pretty buggy. But I mean, obviously I only played for 2 or 3 hours. I didn't encounter anything major. Like every now and then you'd get like an enemy like ragdolling and like clipping into the floor or something like that. And granted, like I said, I only played for like 2 hours. But other than that, I don't really have much of an opinion on it. I can't really tell if it's better than Dying Light 1 because I'm so used to how my character played in Dying Light 1 because I had everything fully upgraded and everything. So it'll be a while until I can really compare like how they feel against each other. But other than that, I've been playing more of Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection, which I've just been... Those games are both great. I mean, if you haven't played them and you have a PS5, I would recommend picking them up. And even if you have played them, it's only $10 if you owned one of the other 2 games on the PS4. So it's a pretty damn good deal, honestly. I complained about it last time, but I still am a little bitter that I'm only getting 1 platinum out of it, but whatever. And then I played more Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I'm starting to come around on the game a little bit more. I know I was kind of negative the last time we talked about it.
A lot of my friends don't. I don't know. They're not really too into it. A few of my friends love it though, so it's interesting.
See, that's the thing though, is like it's
I
weird
hope
because
you well.
I'm a little bit higher on it than I was, but I still don't know if I would say that I like it, if that makes sense. And I've not, I guess, I don't know. Depending on what your definition of finishing a game is, like I rolled credits on it, but there's still a bunch of like other quests and like end game stuff to go and do. But I still don't know how to feel about it. Like it's just so different that I don't know if I could compare it to the other Pokemon games. So I don't know. It's interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing another Legends game in the same style, just with vastly improved upon. But I hope that this isn't the main direction that Pokemon takes in the future. I think
Yeah.
I think they could definitely vastly improve on the regular formula as opposed to just pivoting to this, because I feel like you could strike a balance between the two.
Yeah, I think that's probably their next step, but they do want to do something new. Which I can't say I don't blame them, but I mean, you kept the same shit for years and years. Why change it now? I mean,
That's
like,
a good point. That's Nintendo's MO is why change it now?
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because if you try to fix it, it's probably going to be even worse than it was. So it's not saying it was bad before, but yeah. Yeah.
But JP, speaking of Nintendo, we have a couple of Nintendo news stories here. But I want to try, I was telling JP before we started, I want to try a different format for the podcast. I want to try starting off with the big news story and then working our way to the smaller ones. So for this episode, that's going to be, where the hell is it? I should have made a mental note on how to organize all these freaking news stories. Where are you? Okay, here we go. Grand Theft Auto 6 is in active development, Rockstar confirms. Development is, quote, well underway on the next-gen GTA. This is by Michael McWhirter over at Polygon. Rockstar Games confirmed Friday that it's currently working on the next game in the Grand Theft Auto series, presumably, but not yet officially titled, Grand Theft Auto 6, saying that active development on its next-gen open-world crime spree game is, quote, well underway. Confirmation of a new GTA came tucked away in a community update on all things GTA, including GTA 5, originally released way back in 2013, and the enduring GTA Online. Here's what Rockstar had to say about the next Grand Theft Auto game. Quote, with the unprecedented longevity of GTA 5, we know many of you have been asking us about a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. With every new project we embark on, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we have previously delivered. We are pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the GTA series is well underway. We look forward to sharing more as soon as we are ready, so please stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for official details. Quote, on behalf of our entire team, we thank you all for the support and cannot wait to step into the future with you, end quote. Rockstar did not offer any additional details on the next entry in the GTA franchise. Release date, platforms, the game's location, and gameplay specifics will have to wait until the developer sees fit to announce them. But with an audience of more than 155 million players on Grand Theft Auto 5 and an ever-growing world in GTA Online, expectations for GTA 6 are sky high. Grand Theft Auto 5 will find an even larger audience next month when the game is re-released in an enhanced form on PS5 and Series X.
Yeah, let's go.
JP.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions for you. The first one I want to talk about. Let's get a little spicy, JP. I've seen speculation over the last week when this was announced. The people are really digging into the quote, let's step into the future with you. Or what was the exact quote? It's something about step into the future with us.
Sounds like Back to the Future.
We cannot wait to step into the future with you. JP, do you think people should read into that, or do you think it's just them saying we're ready to step into the future of Grand Theft Auto?
I think it's them just talking about the future of Grand Theft Auto, because honestly, at this point, they can't make a game that's modern day. I mean, they already did 5. Why would you do modern day for 6? I don't know. I think they're talking mainly about the future of the series. I really firmly want to believe that this game is going to have time lapses, maybe the 90s and 2000s or something, because I can't really, well, if not, what I'm thinking is you'll see the game itself be like that, but the online will be modernality.
Oh, 100%.
That's probably what's going to happen. just because if GTA Online is going to be its own thing instead of on the game and a subscription and all that stuff to play it, yeah, I think you're going to see timelines of the campaign and the online be in different eras. I don't think you're going to see the past come back in online, and I don't think you're going to see modernality in the campaign. You're probably going to have two separate kind of things going on, and when you sign online, you'll have all the stuff from the past, and who knows, maybe you'll be able to have a different. Well, I'm assuming if you're on Grand Theft Auto 5, it's going to load in a different style than if you were on GTA 6 and went on GTA Online. I don't think you're going to have two player bases on this at the same time. I think it's going to be GTA 6 and GTA 5. I don't think there's going to be a mishmash between them.
Yeah.
That, and I don't think it would really work because that wouldn't really make sense. I mean, unless what they want to do, and I know we talked about this in the past, is imagine if they took Grand Theft Auto Online and they kept it ever expanding. So your rank in Grand Theft Auto, see, this is where it gets a little weird, but I mean, there is 10,000 ranks online. So in theory, I think if they want to do this, they could have an expansion for Grand Theft Auto Online where 5 and 6 players can play together. But unless you have Grand Theft Auto 6, you can't get the stuff that is in that game. Unlike the people in 5, they're not going to be able to get it unless maybe they do microtransactions or something. Because if that's the case, then why buy Grand Theft Auto 6 if you only want to play online?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
So,
definitely got to be some way to bribe people to buy GTA 6.
yeah, so you're honestly like I would actually dig it if they kept Grand Theft Auto Online on one core server. You had 5 and 6 players playing together on Grand Theft Auto Online, which is a third party from the main game, and you throw in stuff for people that have Grand Theft Auto 6, and you have things for people that have Grand Theft Auto 5, or the core Grand Theft Auto Online infrastructure that they have, because like there is a reason why there's 10,000 ranks.
Yeah.
I think what they want to do is they want to keep this ever expanding and then just throw in a new title with new stuff. That could easily be where they're going now that Grand Theft Auto Online is a separate game. So it's really just something to think about because they have said that Grand Theft Auto Online is not going to change game to game.
Yeah.
So yeah, something makes me think that if you have Grand Theft Auto 6, you could have cars that are in Grand Theft Auto 6. If you only have the Grand Theft Auto online, clearly you're not going to be able to get these cars from Grand Theft Auto 6. But they'll probably have some kind of way that that you can get these cars, like, oh, the Grand Theft Auto 6 car, the starter bundle, only $25.
They could do something like how they've been doing with a lot of the cars recently, where you could pay full price for them, but if you do like a specific set of missions in the new DLC, you can get the trade price for it. They could make it so that the GTA, like if you own GTA 6, the GTA 6 cars are significantly discounted versus people who don't own GTA 6 or something like that.
Yeah, they're definitely going to do some kind of incentive buy-in. If not, they'll sell bundles,
Yeah.
like the Grand Theft Auto 6 starter kit. Whereas if you have Grand Theft Auto 6, you don't have to even buy that. But if you have Grand Theft Auto Online, it'd be a Grand Theft Auto Online expansion DLC.
Yeah.
So something tells me they're definitely gonna work something in where probably everybody can play anything they want. I think maybe if you have Grand Theft Auto 6, you have a brand new map that the people from 5 or GTA Online do not have. Like they'll probably get something like that. You know how they were saying there's a new map coming to Grand Theft Auto Online?
Yeah.
That's probably going to be that map. But if you have Grand Theft Auto 6, you could actually play in a whole different city because why would you be able to do like Martin Madrazo missions when you're on Grand Theft Auto 6? It just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It really wouldn't make sense, especially given what's happening. But they could ever expand it so that you can travel to different cities. Like, say if you go to the airport, you have Los Santos and stuff like that. So maybe in this case, you will be able to like be on 6 and do a Martin Madrazo mission. But if you go to the airport because you have Grand Theft Auto 6, you can go to Miami. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly don't even know if GTA Online will have like
They're got to balance a lot. That's
Like,
for sure.
well, for one thing, I think like if you launch a GTA Online from GTA 6, I think it'll literally just open the GTA Online application. Like, I think GTA Online will stay as literally a whole separate game file. Like, I
Yes.
think you'll obviously have, all the different benefits and stuff to owning GTA 6 by playing GTA Online. But I don't think it'll matter if you're playing GTA 6 or GTA 5 and launch online. I think online will be its own little separate game.
Thing.
And then when it comes to GTA Online, though, like, it definitely seems like it was built to be something that lasted multiple games, but also it was built in that way in 2013, and you can really see the cracks on just
Yeah.
like the quality of life stuff that just wasn't there in 2013 and that they could have never really imagined in 2013, like crossplay and just like general ease of use on literally everything. Like they
Well,
have there's so much in that game that almost all of it is just in that fucking quick interactions menu, and going through that thing is like fucking going through a goddamn corn maze. GP, it's fucking I can never find anything. The thing I want, I gotta click the button like 40 fucking times while I'm driving to find it. It's not. It's called a quick interaction menu because when the game came out, it was quick, but now it's fucking slow as hell.
mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
hopefully they can fix that for the next gen version of GTA Online. That would make me really happy if they could fix some of that quality of life stuff. But I don't know. We'll see.
something tells me I think you're going to see a lot of these updates happen just because with the next gen version launching, it has to be optimized. Unlike the crap they pulled on the 3 and 4. Yeah, it's definitely got to be optimized. Something tells me mainly because when this comes out, GTA Online becomes its own thing, right? Pretty sure that's what they said.
they've it will have a standalone application, but I believe it'll still be technically a part of the GTA 5. Like if you can, I think you'll be able to buy it separately, but I think if you install GTA 5 on PS5, it'll still be like that'll still be all in one package. You know what I mean? Like it'll
Oh,
be
it's
the
still
story mode and the online together in one package. I
oh yeah.
don't think online will be fully separate yet.
Okay, yeah,
I could
because
be wrong though.
when they do maybe they said 3 months or something with a trial on PlayStation. I
Yeah,
some
on
is that
PlayStation Plus, you'll get. I don't remember what they said. How many months it is? I think it's 2 months or 3 months. It'll be free. It'll be like a free standalone version of GTA Online on PlayStation Plus
for those 3 months.
for PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think, yeah, honestly, I think once this game launches, you're going to see a next gen version of GTA Online launch. So if
I
they're
hope
going to
so.
and do that and pair it as its own thing too, you're probably going to see, you're definitely going to see optimization, probably a whole new look for Grand Theft Auto Online to make everything more accessible and everything optimized. I'm assuming, especially if this is the future of Grand Theft Auto, they kind of can't fuck this up because this is the segue to 6. So you kind of can't fuck it up halfway.
Yeah,
You have to cater the people. So I think you'll see it. I think you'll see optimization, a new quick menu. I think, well, PS5 in general, the load times, it's going to make it so much more bearable.
I mean, even playing the PS4 version of GTA 5 on PS5 is like. I mean, granted, like online, it's always going to take a little bit longer to load because you're also waiting more on the server than you are. Well, with the PS5, that's the case that you're waiting more on the server to load than you are the actual console. But like loading into story mode, like you launch the game and it gives you that little percentage in the corner of how like fast the mode you're loading into loads. And
Yeah.
literally story mode will get to like 20% and then it just pops in and then you're there. And it's just like, holy fuck, dude. It takes like maybe 5 seconds to load into story mode on the PS4 version. So it's not even optimized for PS5 yet.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking amazing. Uh, I'm just excited. But I love Grand Theft Auto 5, so if they could re-release till the end of time, I'll still buy it every time.
Not
Give
to
me
linger on this topic, but I just realized that even if they don't make GTA Online like this huge like next gen leap with the GTA 5 version, it did dawn on me that they could still use the GTA Online game for GTA 6, and it could be possible that they make the huge next gen leap of it and completely revamp everything with when GTA 6 comes out. Because now that I thought about it, they could do something like Fortnite has done in the past, where the whole game goes offline for like a week, and then they come back, and it's like a completely new thing, new maps, new graphics, new engine, like everything. So it's possible they could do that with GTA Online when 6 is releases or around that time.
Something tells me you are going to see that because you can't keep the same engine in a new era. It
Yeah,
doesn't. So that's
especially with a
probably,
game built in 2013.
yeah. So that's probably going to happen. I think honestly, when 5 comes out for PS5 and Xbox Series X, I think you'll see a huge upgrade to everything. But 6 is probably when you're going to see the engine transfer over, and they'll probably go dark for the week leading up to GTA 6. And then boom, you can come back. GTA 6 launches, everybody plays and bitches about something else. That's usually
Honestly, I'm gonna make a prediction right now, JP. You remember how when GTA 5 first came out, how there was like a week in between when GTA 5 launched and then GTA Online launched?
Yep.
I bet they'll do the exact same thing where GTA 5 or GTA 6 comes out, say like September 17th, which was the release date for GTA 5. But just for example, say it comes out on like September 17th. On the 17th, GTA Online goes dark for a week to let everybody play GTA 6 story mode, and then GTA 6 Online comes out the next week. It comes back online with the new engine and everything.
I think that's probably I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And maybe they'll keep the GTA Online game itself online, but then they'll transition it over. Maybe see, no, I don't know if Rockstar can get away with having it offline for a week, maybe a day.
Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be a week, but I was just in general.
Yeah, maybe a day.
I think Fortnite, I don't remember. The first time I think it was offline for like 2 days. I don't remember. And then the most recent time, I think it was maybe like 24 to 36 hours, something like that.
People like lost their shit even during the 20. They're like, I can't play my Fortnite. It's like, oh my God, get out of your mom's basement and get some sun. And then come back and have some fun, or like a shirt I saw today, fun in the sun 22. I'm like, wow, that might be the corniest thing I've ever seen. But hey, somebody out there is gonna buy it. I mean, there's always the dipshits that will do it. But yeah, I think realistically, I think they're really going to I think they're really gonna knock people's socks off. The only thing that I have to think about GTA 6 is I know it is not going to be like 5.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be a parody of real life because we already do a damn good job of doing that ourselves every day. And they've already said that. They're like, the new Grand Theft Auto is going to be less edgy because you can only make fun of real life for so long until it's a parody of itself. And here we are. So I'm actually pretty excited that it's probably going to go back to honestly probably like Grand Theft Auto 4 kind of standards. Like that game wasn't edgy, but it was Grand Theft Auto.
It was realistic, not edgy, though.
It's realistic. Yeah. So I think
it had moments of it being like edgy and kind of satire-ish, but it was mostly just a kind of dark, serious story.
Yeah, that's probably what GTA 6 is going to be.
I'm down for that. I liked GTA 4. I don't know what the general consensus is on it, but I really liked GTA 4.
I really can't wait for the remaster because my main complaint will be addressed, and that is the physics in the vehicles, especially the motorcycles.
Oh my God, dude. The driving physics in that game were horrible, dude.
Especially playing Lost in the Dam, and you're trying to stay in your fucking your wolf pack, and you're like sliding all over the place. You're like, yeah, man, I'm a fucking biker.
Nico, cousin, you want to go bowling?
God, I cannot wait. There better be a trophy in that remaster called "Cousin, you want to go bowling?" It better be there.
It fucking better be.
I remember the one trophy that was a complete ball bust. It's called Liberty City Minute, and you had to beat the game within 30 hours.
Oh, I remember that one.
Of starting it. Holy hell. That was something.
Especially with how bad the driving physics were.
I know, like you really had to go AWOL, and you're just trying to drive this goddamn car or this bike, and you're sliding all around. You're like, oh God, I hope I make time. Basically, I felt like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. That's basically like during that. Oh God, I'm late. I'm late. Yeah, so, my leg.
But yeah,
so we'll see. I think the GTA 4 remaster I could see that definitely happening. Maybe next year it could come out. It doesn't have to come out in April, but I'm sure they're cooking something up because while GTA 5 on PS5 can hold me over until GTA 6 comes out, something tells me a lot of players are not going to feel that way.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand yet. I'm gonna wait until we actually get to play the next gen versions to see where I really stand. I don't think I'm gonna buy it right away. I'm definitely gonna try out that like free version of GTA Online and see how that goes. But GP, let's move in to the couple of Nintendo stories we've got. There is, I think, there's three of them. So let's get started with the first one. Nintendo thanks feds for sending hacker to prison for 3 years. This is by Ian Walker over at Kotaku. Recently, wait. Oh, okay. Recently indicted Nintendo hacker Gary Bowser has been handed a 40-month prison sentence by the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington for creating and selling, quote, console hacking software and devices used to play pirated Nintendo Switch games. Before I move on, I don't fucking believe this guy's name is Bowser. I can't fucking believe that.
I was telling you earlier today, just for everyone listening or watching, psychedelicing, whatever you're doing on this podcast.
We don't judge. We don't judge.
Hell, you could be taking a shower right now. Who knows? The thing is, I was on that article and I literally read it 3 times, and I'm like, this can't possibly be right. And his name's not Bowser. No fucking way. And I'm like, wow, it really isn't.
Nintendo keeps attracting people named Bowser, because I also pointed out to you that the president of Nintendo of America, his name is Doug Bowser. So I don't know how these people named Bowser keep being affiliated with Nintendo. It's really fitting, but it's also really fucking weird. I think it's proof that we're living in a simulation, but whatever. This is according to a victory lap style press release published by Nintendo this afternoon that dedicates much of its word count to praising American law enforcement. We've included the full text below so you can see what a sizable chunk of gratitude it is. The way Nintendo thanks these feds, you'd assume they brought in the next Pablo Escobar instead of some guy who helped folks pirate some video games.
It's just, if that's not Nintendo, I don't know what is.
It is a very Nintendo thing to do.
It's a very Nintendo thing. That was really why I sent it to you. I'm like, wow, that's a very Nintendo thing.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird because they it's a press release, so that means they sent it out to like IGN and people, like they wanted people to make articles about this, like they wanted it to be part of the news cycle today. And I'm just like, on one hand I get it, but like I get it, they're trying to use this guy as an example of like, look what happens when you pirate games, but also like to send it to all of your press contacts, like I don't know if you needed to go that far, but whatever, let's keep reading. Nintendo appreciates the hard work and tireless efforts of the federal prosecutors and law enforcement agents to curb illegal activities on a global scale that cause serious harm to Nintendo and the video game industry. In particular, Nintendo would like to thank the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Homeland Security Investigations, and the Department of Homeland Security, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Washington, the U.S. Department of Justice's Computer Crime and Intellectual Property Section, and the Justice Department's Office of International Affairs for the significant contribution and assistance. The U.S. government's prosecution argued in court documents filed last week that Bowser was the, quote, public face of a criminal enterprise known as Team Executor, or Executor, I guess. I don't know.
It's just like, wow.
Estimating that the group's actions resulted in $65 million in losses for Nintendo. Those statistics are usually questionable, it says in parentheses, and suggesting 5 years in prison as punishment. Bowser's defense, on the other hand, claimed he was the least culpable of the 3 arrested members of Team Executor and was only being used to, quote, send a message because his co-defendants reside in countries that may not extradite them. Bowser also agreed to pay Nintendo a sum of $10 million during a separate civil case that was settled in December 2021. So, definitely an interesting thing. I mean, like I said, even before we got to that part in the article, it's obvious that they were just using this guy as an example of like, hey, don't pirate our games.
It's just like, I don't know. It's just, like I said before, it's Nintendo being Nintendo. If Nintendo wasn't pissed about anything remotely breaking their console, it really wouldn't be a sane world in gaming now, would it?
Honestly, like if Nintendo put this much effort into fixing Joy-Con drift, then the Switch
Yes.
would be fucking incredible. But
Well, the thing that I don't understand is how come Nintendo just can't get with it like the other consoles? And if your console is detected that it's running something that is not in that update or firmware, you are banned. I don't understand why.
it's because their online infrastructure is not good,
Oh, don't worry.
honestly.
I had a good feeling. They're playing catch up. Maybe maybe they'll have this technology by the time their next console's halfway through its life cycle. I don't know, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's something that they could have avoided, and obviously that's Nintendo. They don't learn. They just go back to the well. So instead, they put a hacker behind bars for 40 months. I I can't even imagine when he gets to jail and they go, "What are you in for?" I hack video games. You what? Yep. He's probably gonna look like a goddamn hero. Hey man, why you in? Well, you see, brother, I hacked a bunch of these games on my console and I thought it was pretty cool. And Nintendo put me in jail. Yo, man, that's pretty fucking rad.
Well, from what I understand, it wasn't just that he did it for himself, but that they were also putting out the steps for everybody to do it. So, on one hand, like I get it, but also I feel like Nintendo also has other problems that they could be focusing on. But
I know, right?
speaking of Nintendo, two other news stories. These are just two of what I thought was the most important news stories from the Nintendo Direct that happened the other day. Nintendo Switch is getting a Wii Sports sequel, and it's called Nintendo Switch Sports. This is by Michael McWhorter over at Polygon. This one's basically just here for the meme of it. Nintendo is making a sequel to one of the Wii's biggest hits, Wii Sports, with a new game called Logically Nintendo Switch Sports. The sequel will include sports like tennis and bowling, both popular Wii Sports activities, as well as new games Badminton, Chambara, which looks like the Wii Sports Resort swordplay mode, and soccer. Nintendo says that a future update to Nintendo Switch Sports coming this fall will add golf to the Switch game. Like the original Wii Sports, Nintendo Switch Sports will feature motion control activities using the Joy-Con controllers. Nintendo will give owners of Ring Fit Adventures leg strap accessories something new to do, because that peripheral will allow you to... will also be supported in Nintendo Switch Sports. Nintendo will also include the leg strap accessory with Switch Sports. Nintendo Switch Sports is coming to Switch on April 29th. Nintendo Switch Sports will feature local and online multiplayer, and Nintendo plans to hold an online beta test for the game February 18th to the 20th, where Nintendo Switch Online subscribers can take part. So, if you're looking forward to Nintendo Switch Sports, you don't gotta wait long, JP. Just till April 29th, or the beta on February 18th through the 20th.
Somebody call Roman. We gonna go bowling, cousin.
You want to go bowling? That would
want-
have been the perfect transition, but I wanted to talk about the Nintendo hacking story first.
Do you want to go bowling, cousin? And we in the Switch bowling.
Do you want to go Nintendo Switch bowling?
He'd be like, cousin, you want to go bowling? Cousin, you want to pick up control? Cousin, you want to go bowling in controller?
But JP, this next one, very, very divisive news story from the Nintendo Direct. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting 48 remastered courses. DLC is coming through 2023. This is by Ryan Gilliam over at Polygon. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting additional DLC in 2022 and 2023. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass will release in 6 waves of 8 tracks each, starting March 18th, and will contain a total of 48 new courses, all remastered from past Mario Kart games. The Booster Course Pass will include courses from Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart Super Circuit, 64, Double Dash, DS, Wii, Mario Kart 7, and the new mobile game. Well, it's not that new, but it's newer than Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart Tour. The first wave will include Wii Coconut Mall, N64 Choco Mountain, Tour Tokyo Blur, and 5 others. Players can pre-order and purchase the pack for $24.99, but Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pass owners will get access to all 48 included courses at no additional cost. This announcement comes only a month after Canton Games analyst Sir Cantoto commented on Mario Kart 9's existence for a GamesIndustry.biz article. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sequel is reportedly in development and offers a new twist, but with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe getting DLC until the end of 2023, it seems likely that Mario Kart 9 is still a ways off. So, definitely an interesting thing, JP. Definitely a lot of people on the internet are happy. Definitely a lot of people are pissed off. So, JP, what is your take on the fact that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which keep in mind came out in 2017, right? So the original Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014, I believe. It had a 5-year wait on the Wii U, then got updated and brought to the Switch with all of its DLC included. And then that is the best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch. And now 5 years after it came out, it is getting 48 tracks, which are all remastered old tracks, which now double by the end of it means that the game will have a total of 96 courses, double the original amount. JP, it's a lot to unpack, I know, but what do you think about that?
Well, it's a lot to unpack. It proves the point. They go back to the well. There's nothing new here. It's the same shit over and over again. So now I'm really wondering, I know we were talking about Mario Kart 9 and that they could throw all the maps in there, and
Mario Kart Ultimate of sorts.
And now here they are doing that exact thing in the same game they've had out for almost 10 years now. So when I see this and then I see people bitch about Grand Theft Auto, at least Rockstar updates the game and adds new stuff and does the graphics and redoes this and all this new stuff. And then you have Mario Kart that is just, wow, yeah, we'll up-res it. Oh, yeah, we'll add all these tracks in. Oh, yeah, we'll add some more remastered tracks. Because why not? It's like, could we get some new tracks?
Yeah, I am kind of disappointed that all 48 are going to be old tracks that, yes, granted, we've seen them in other games before, and yeah, it'll be cool to see how they slightly change them to work with the mechanics of Mario Kart 8, but all in all, they're basically the same track.
They're the same track. Now that makes me wonder. So 2025 is probably when you're going to see Mario Kart 9. 10 years since the last
At that point, though, it'll probably not even be on the Switch. It'll probably be a launch title for the Switch 2 or whatever the hell it's called.
Yep.
If I had to guess.
I don't really, like I said, I don't know what they're going to do now, because the Mario Kart Ultimate idea that would have sold like hotcakes is now kind of soiled, because you have Mario Kart 8 that's been redone many times with just remastered maps thrown in. So you have 96 tracks. So you put out Mario Kart 9 and everybody's spoiled from all the tracks in 8, and they're going to want them in Mario Kart 9. And
that's why I think this could potentially be giving us a hint that Mario Kart 9 could be Mario Kart Ultimate, because I see no other reason for them to make, even though they're still they are remastered, but it's still a lot of work that they need to put in, especially 48 tracks. I think they're doing it just so that
they could put it in
they're trying to double dip, basically. So they're going to sell you this pack for $25, and then in 2 or 3 years they're going to be like, hey, we actually just remastered all these because we made Mario Kart Ultimate, and here's Mario Kart Ultimate. Pay $60 for it, please.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be 70 by that point. They're going to be like, I'll pay $70.
Yeah, Nintendo, I don't know. Yeah, if Nintendo decides to go that way, I'm sure it'll be $70 by then too, but
it's just, I don't know, they kind of soiled the idea for Mario Kart Ultimate, because basically the way this is going to look is people are going to look at it and go, this is just Mario Kart 8 with a different coat of paint and some original tracks with all 96 from the game that we just bought for $25 a pop. I don't know.
Normal people will see it that way, JP, but you got to remember, one, Nintendo fans have very different standards, and two, also, this is almost exactly how it worked with Smash Brothers Ultimate, where Smash 4 for the Wii U was essentially, gameplay wise, is essentially just about the same game, but they just took Smash 4 from the Wii U and then just added all the old characters back in and added some of those old maps back in. So they built on what they had with Smash 4 and turned it into Smash Ultimate, and it plays almost exactly the same as Smash 4. So I could honestly see Mario Kart 9 being basically that, where it's basically just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where it's going to play almost exactly the same, but it'll have all the old characters, all the old karts, all the old tracks, which somebody could probably do the math. I'm too lazy. I don't know how many courses have appeared in Mario Kart history up to this point, but I assume between all of the retro tracks that are already in Mario Kart 8 plus the 48 that we're getting now, like it's got to be pretty close to almost all of them. I mean, they're also including ones from the mobile game, so I don't know how many those will take up, but we'll see.
Either that. Well, I feel like Mario Kart Ultimate should be Mario Kart 10.
I mean, technically they could call this game Mario Kart 10 if they wanted to. They didn't call Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game, they didn't call it Mario Kart 9, but they only just started numbering them with 7. So because before that it was just Super Mario Kart, Super Circuit, Double Dash, Wii, whatever, 3DS, Mario Kart DS. So they just started with, they did 7, 8, and then Mario Kart Tour, which people are predicting that they might just call this next one Mario Kart 10 because they might count Mario Kart Tour as Mario Kart 9. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they could do that and call it Mario Kart Ultimate.
Because I think if you do the math, they count the GBA one as one of the core titles. So
if that's the case, then this next one should be 10. I was just saying, because maybe what they could do is make an original game and then make Ultimate and throw everything at it, at that game. But I mean, yeah, if that's the case, then this probably would be Mario Kart 10. I think it would. But yeah, like I said, it's all fun and dandy for them to do Mario Kart Ultimate, but just like the other Ultimate, where the fuck do you go from there? You gave everybody what they wanted, but it just
yeah,
it just seems like a way to end the series for good, because you're never going to top that. I mean, like, oh, what, you gonna have new original characters and make another Ultimate game in 5-7 years after that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely it is definitely a concern. I mean, because Smash Ultimate, like, people weren't really concerned with that for a while because they updated the game for like 4 years, 5 years, but now that it's done, they're like, oh shit, like, where do we go next? And like, if they might support, if they do Mario Kart Ultimate, they might support it with original content for 3, 4, 5 years, but who knows where it goes after that.
Mario Kart Ultimate 2.
Mario Kart Ultimate 2. Mario Kart, it could be a little easier than Smash Brothers to continue building on Ultimate, but Smash Brothers is definitely kind of fucked because they have so many third-party characters that they would need to license again, like people from Final Fantasy, Banjo-Kazooie, Minecraft, fucking Persona. Like, there's just so much shit in there that there's no way they'll be able to get all the agreements to again. Yeah. Mario Kart, at least it's literally just Mario characters, which they all own. And like, sure, with 8 they threw in like a couple other Nintendo characters, like people from Animal Crossing, people from, I think Link was in there from Legend of Zelda, and Inklings from Splatoon. But like, at least Mario Kart, I think it would be a little bit easier to continue after they jump the shark with Ultimate. I don't know if that's the case for Smash, but we'll have to wait and see. Like we said, we probably won't know the repercussions of this until we see what the next Mario Kart game is, which probably won't be for a while. So
yeah, it's just I don't know. I wish them all the best, but I really think the well is running dry, and I think Ultimate is the way it's gonna happen, because you gave them everything. What the hell else do you want? I guess they want blood too. I wish them the best, but I can already tell you after Ultimate, it's all going to go down, because it's not going to be what people want. They're going to be like, well, what the hell? I want to play as Crash Bandicoot, man.
To be fair, I would love to play as Crash Bandicoot in Super Smash Brothers.
I want to play as Sarp.
Sarp.
Can you just imagine if like a fucking riff opens and you just see Captain Price and Soap McTavish coming and goes, Sarb! What the
Sarge.
hell? Sarb, what the hell is that? Counterclockwise, comma, to the left.
What the hell kind of a name is Sarp? All right.
I really do wonder. Just Sarb.
Sarp. All right, let's move into a couple of shorter stories here because we've been going a while, and we also have another podcast to do.
Oh, yeah, we do.
All right, PlayStation 5's system update brings new features to Party Chat. Voice commands also coming to PS5 users with beta starting on Wednesday. This is by Anna Diaz over at Polygon. The next PlayStation System software update will give PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 owners more control over group chats, such as the option to create private parties, as well as several other accessibility and quality of life features Sony announced on Tuesday. The new features will be tested out in a beta that launches on Wednesday, which means it's already out for people who are beta testers for that stuff, which I am one of them, which is cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this stuff. Like, I don't know if I can actually, give impressions on it. I don't know how any of that stuff works. I mean, I didn't have to sign anything, so I guess it doesn't matter, but whatever. The changes mean that group chats on both PS4 and PS5 will have the option to be an open or closed party, according to a post on the PlayStation blog. An open party allows the host's friends to see and join the party without being invited, and also allows the friends of party members to join too. A closed party means only invited players may join. Voice commands which the PlayStation 4 has had since its launch will come to the PS5 with the new system update too. The beta also brings new accessibility features like mono audio for headphones, as well as screen reader text support in 6 more languages. PS5 owners will get voice chat reporting and a refreshed user interface on the home screen and in the trophy tracker as well. This isn't an exhaustive list of all the changes. Loads more are coming, many of them much smaller when the beta starts February 9th. The PlayStation blog has more. So, yeah, honestly, I mean, I'll just give my impressions really quick. I only got a chance to really use it yesterday a little bit. I was playing Uncharted. I didn't really notice like actual like tangible updates to the trophy tracker. They updated the UI on the trophies, which just gives them a little more design flair. So now like basically like now when you're looking at your trophy list, it like color codes the trophies now based on gold, silver, bronze, platinum. So like now the little bar that is like shows you the description of the trophy on like the side of it'll have like these like wavy lines that are either bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, depending on what trophy it is. And then when you pop up the little home screen while you're playing a game, the like little cards that have trophies on them, now it'll have like a transparent like image of what type of trophy it's for in the background. So it'll show like a big bronze trophy on it or a silver, gold, whatever. Other than that, I haven't had a chance to mess around with the party chat stuff. And then a lot of those accessibility features don't mean anything to me, like the mono and the screen reader. Thankfully, I don't need those. I'm sure they are very, very useful to some people, though, and I'm glad that they're updating the list of accessibility features. But, yeah, it's just a nice little refresh. There's a couple other things in there that I haven't had the chance to really notice. Or, oh, you can have more apps on your home screen now as well. I did notice that. I did notice that. So you can now you can lock certain games to your home screen. So even if you don't play them for a while, they will stay on the home screen, which is nice. And then you can have, I think it's up to 14 games now can be on the home screen at one time, which is nice. So pretty cool. Hopefully we get folders soon, because that would be really nice. But
damn, yo.
Yeah, that's a nice little update.
I'm glad we could have more stuff on our UI and everything now on the home screen. Yeah, that's really cool. No doubts on that.
Okay, let's see. Where should we go next? So we got the party chat stuff. Let's do this one. This one will give us a laugh, JP, I think. Battlefield 2042 scoreboard update delayed to March. JP, this game still doesn't have a fucking scoreboard or voice chat.
Kind of reminds me of the Infinite Warfare bullshit. You remember that?
That was leaderboards. This game doesn't have an in-game scoreboard, so there's no way to see your kill-death ratio in the game. You can't see your kills, your deaths, anything like that.
Man, and people said that Man, where are all them people that said Battlefield's gonna kill COD this year? What?
And you still can't fucking speak to people. You still can't voice chat. This game's been out for like fucking 5 months, and you still can't fucking speak to people.
My one friend that has the game, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I really thought this was gonna be it for Call of Duty, but instead, I traded in 2042 and I got me Vanguard. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, in the next podcast, I'll be talking about the future of Call of Duty, so be sure to tune in tomorrow when the next podcast comes out. But
yeah, wow, this is going to be very interesting. I don't know. It's like I think it's funny knowing that EA admitted that 2042 just did not do well. It's so funny. They had to like probably swallow their pride and polish that golden turd just to be like, yeah, we're still
every game that EA launches in this state now makes me even more worried for Skate 2. And like this is Skate 2, Skate 4 or whatever it's going to be.
Something tells me that is exactly.
And we'll transition into that story in a second, but oh my god, it makes me so fucking worried that their premier franchise, outside of like FIFA and Madden, this is their premier fucking franchise, and this is how they treat it every single time it fucking releases. They're like, oh, you got to get it out. We gotta compete with Call of Duty. We got to get it out the door. It doesn't fucking matter if it's broken. It'll be broken for like a year and a half, but then it'll be fixed and it'll be fine. And it's like, you can't fucking do that with your premier franchise. You can't. And they do it every single fucking time. Battlefield 4. I mean, I don't know how Hardline's launch was, admittedly, but I mean, that was a spin-off by a different studio anyways. Battlefield 1, I don't remember being horrible on launch, but then there was 5, and now there's this, and it's like, you can't keep getting away with this, dude. Like,
well, I know
it doesn't make sense to me. But let's read into the article real quick. Battlefield 2042 has already had a troubled first few months of its life with a variety of issues and missing features plaguing players. On Friday, DICE revealed that another update for the game will slip out of this month, the scoreboard. At launch, Battlefield 2042 didn't offer a real scoreboard, but DICE promised to solve the issue earlier this year when it showcased plans for an updated way to track team score. The new scoreboard will feature top players, squad mate scores, and nearby players, and should make it easier to track a given team's progress during a match. The update was originally slated for February, but the release date will now shift to March. Our next update after today's hotfix. This is a quote. Our next update after today's hotfix, which solved many instability issues in the game, will now roll out in early March. The Battlefield Direct Communication Twitter account tweeted, quote, this is a change from our last messaging to you all on its intended release. The extra time will help ensure we improve the quality of our updates and include additional changes, end quote. And like, okay, on one hand, I respect them for pushing the update back and making sure it's not broken when it comes out. I obviously respect that. But this game launched without a fucking scoreboard, JP.
Right?
Without voice chat.
So this game launched as alpha.
This game launched in like pre-alpha, basically. And also remember, guys, I don't know. It might have been a news story before it was definitely way before. I think it was before. It was definitely before the HexxedPhenom Gamescast was the thing. It might have been a news story that we reported on with Pizza and Pixels, though, because I remember talking about it on the internet somewhere. But that they were bringing in the Need for Speed developers to help them finish the new Battlefield game. And I fucking saw it coming from a mile away. I was like, there's no fucking possible way that this game could end up being good when they're bringing it. And it's nothing against the developers at Criterion, but correct me if I'm wrong, but Criterion has only ever made racing games, and you're going to make them come work on a first-person shooter and think it's going to go well?
I did find a funny meme that I guess I could possibly share. It's good. I just don't know. I think you guys will be able to see it.
The evolution of the trash icon. That's perfect. That's incredible.
Yeah. Evolution of the trash icon. Battlefield 2042.
For audio listeners, it says the evolution of the trash icon, and then it's just a bunch of different versions of the recycle bin icon from Windows, and then it says in 2021, and it's the Battlefield 2042 game logo. Perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect meme, JP.
It's perfect. And anybody that I just, it's funny because like people just went tone deaf because they were talking all this shit about COD dying and Battlefield 2042, move out of the way, here it comes, man. And then they just rolled right into their fucking pre-alpha game. It's just, yeah, you guys get a traditional scoreboard. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Meanwhile, while that game is trying to stay alive, Vanguard's putting out season 2 of a fuck ton of content. Sure, people could bitch about zombies, not being what it should be, but at least, hey, we're getting new content. I'll be great with it. It could be worse. It could be Battlefield 2042. Which didn't even have a campaign. So
that's another good point, is it also didn't even have a campaign, and it's still launched in the state that it did.
Yeah, it's like all they had to do was just fucking build a damn game for online, and they still couldn't do it. They couldn't. I mean, like, it's plainly obvious this game was a cash grab. I mean, I don't know where they go from here. I mean, I think
I would love to see them actually have, like, when did Battlefield 5 come out? Let me double check.
God, that was
it was I think it launched at this in whatever the same year as Black Ops 4, I want to say 2018. So they had they theoretically speaking had 3 years to develop the game, so I really don't know. I would love to see what a Battlefield game could be if EA didn't force them to fucking release it way too early. But speaking of EA launching things too early, JP, 12 years after Skate 3, EA says Skate 4 is launching soon. This is by Haruan Cryer over at Games Radar. I apologize if I butchered your name. Skate 4 will apparently launch, quote, soon, and will feature user-generated content. That's according to EA CEO Andrew Wilson, speaking earlier this week during an earnings call discussing the user-generated content. Wilson said that it has been at the very center of The Sims for a long time, and it's the very center of modes like FIFA and Madden Ultimate Team, and it's at the very center of the design at Skate, which will be launching soon. Yes, although the new Skate is technically Skate 4, it's actually just called Skate, according to Wilson.
It's a requel.
Then we might not be too far away from finally playing the Skate reboot for ourselves, which is also something of a slight surprise given that we've seen zero gameplay footage from Skate 4 since it was first announced back in E3 2020. At the time, series creative director Cuz Perry and game director Duran Chung revealed that the new Skate 4, through a brief video presentation, confirmed the game to be in active development. Later that month, EA revealed that the game would feature user-generated content, so the new comment from Wilson about that aspect isn't exactly a surprise. Actually, the last time we heard any news whatsoever from the Skate 4 dev team was last year in August, when it was confirmed that the game would be coming to PC. This makes Skate 4 the first game in the series to launch on PC, as it's typically stuck to console launches for Xbox and PlayStation devices in the past. Here's hoping it's not too long until we can get in on the action. So GP, as this article points out, apparently CEO Andrew Wilson says it's launching soon, which, granted, in business talk can literally mean almost anything, but it scares the shit out of me because, like the article pointed out, we have seen zero gameplay. It only got announced less than 2 years ago.
My God.
No gameplay. And also, if I remember correctly, when they announced it, they were only just starting on development. Because granted, unless it was just behind the scenes shit that they didn't announce ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure maybe like a month or two after E3 2020, they had announced that they formed a studio to work on Skate, and formed a new studio to work on Skate, and they showed the name and the logo for it and everything. And granted, they could have done that behind the scenes a while ago, but this fucking worries me. GP.
I just remember sending you the photo and you're like, oh, I hope not. And then my exact comment was, you know why they're probably doing this? It's because there's going to be a new Tony Hawk game this year, and they're going to reignite the feud and be like, we're going to come out swinging. And nah.
See, the thing they don't understand is that if they release a shit game, sure, it'll sell decently at first. I'm sure there's going to be a fuck ton of people who pre-order it. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to be one of those people that pre-orders it like a dumbass, and then it's going to be fucking broken, and it's not going to fucking work, and it won't have voice chat, and it won't have a scoreboard like Battlefield, and then Tony Hawk will wipe the floor because they released Skate 4 like 2 years before it should have been released.
Yeah, it's basically how I could see this all going down, mainly because this was the same shit that they tried to do with COD last year. Battlefield 2042 coming by the fuck COD up. Yep. Here we are. Game
it's so fucking stupid, bro.
Yeah, it's just.
I wish EA realized that if they just took the time and made a great game, that one, they wouldn't need to release it next to Call of Duty to compete with them. It's actually really stupid when you think about it to compete with Call of Duty. It would be really smart for them to release it in like the May time, like May, June, when like everybody's like kind of bored on the recent, like the most recent Call of Duty launch, and they're just looking forward to the next one. It would be smart as fuck to launch it in the summer, because then you would get the people who are like, well, I'm kind of burnt on the old COD and the new COD's not out yet, so let me try something new with Battlefield. I'm sure they could sell a fuck ton of copies for shit like that if it was an actual good game. But instead they're like, no, we got to take some sales away from Call of Duty, and let's release this broken ass game that doesn't have voice chat or a scoreboard. Like,
okay.
you're not gonna take sales away from COD when you release a shit game. Like, yeah, your Battlefield stands are gonna buy it, but no one else is gonna buy it because it's trash. So it's like,
I don't know. I think if anything, it just makes the Battlefield fan base look like fucking dumbasses. I mean, you know, I'm sure Call of Duty fans look like idiots here and there, like Infinite.
oh, 100%, dude.
But, you know, it's just at least those games launched and they were actually done and had to get patches. This game doesn't have anything. In fact, I saw their roadmap and the comments underneath were atrocious. They're like, well, you guys had 5 months to do this. They're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm buying COD.
Their first DLC season starts in the summer.
The fuck? When the fuck does it end? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Well, like I said, I hope EA has a fun time.
But if they do the same thing with Skate, holy fuck, people are going to be pissed. JP.
Something tells me, yeah.
And I already know in my heart of hearts, JP, that they're going to do it. And I can't mentally prepare myself for that. I can't. There's no way.
I really have no words. When I woke up and saw that, I'm like, oh, Skate's launching later this year. Huh, that sounds fucking atrocious. Well, it's on Josh, see what he thinks.
It better not launch this year, JP. I will be fucking livid.
You know they're gonna fucking do it though.
Because even if by some miracle the game is great, then that means it's going to be some type of lacking in some department. Like, there's no way they're going to be able to have a fully fledged game with a lot of content that's polished and fun to play. Like, you can't have all of that and a quick development cycle. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't see it. There's no way. EA will find a way to fuck it up. They always do. Literally the only good game that's come out of EA in general in the last like console generation was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And that's because there's been reports saying that EA basically barely had any say in what was going on there. It was mostly just between Respawn and talking directly to Disney and Star Wars. So that's why that game turned out good, is because EA had nearly no involvement in it.
Oh, this time it's going to be, all right, guys, we tried having a deal with Mr. Tony Hawk 3 years ago and it didn't work. So now our master plan is to bring Skate back and try to ruin the remaster, even though it's not going to happen. But we need to get a slice of that pie. And we all know it's going to happen. If Tony Hawk says they're released, it's going to literally repeat the past when Skate got stomped into oblivion. It's going to be, oh, the Tony Hawk game is coming out in late September. All right, Skate's coming out the last week of August, and it's like, oh, it's like, you fucking idiots. And I mean, look what happened. Like, Tony Hawk literally put Skate on the shelf for what, 10 years now? 10? I can't fucking remember. It's been a while since Skate even became a topic of conversation. I don't even know.
2006, 7, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't know. It's at the point now where, are people even gonna want to do this? Like, I don't know.
I want Skate more than anything in this fucking world, but it needs to be good. Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, it's like back when Skate started, it was so different because you had so many Tony Hawk games. Now, Tony Hawk came back and broke sales records, and now Skate's like, well, if Tony Hawk could do it, we can do it too. And I don't think that's the same scenario this time, because people have had it with simulator games. I don't know. Like, I wish Skate the best, but I don't think it's gonna work. If it's coming out this year, I I can't even imagine what is gonna fucking happen to this game.
If they actually took their time with it, JP, I think it could do exactly what Tony Hawk did, but for the Skate franchise. I think it could break sales records. I think it could do all this, revive the franchise. But knowing EA, they're gonna fucking just drop it like a hot, steamy fucking turd in the middle of the road and just fucking leave it to die. They're gonna be like, oh, here you go. We spent a good fucking 18 months on that. And then they're just gonna fucking leave.
It came out nice and smooth and a little drizzly, but it's okay. You guys don't like this kind of crap. It's okay. I'm gonna go polish my turd in the corner. All right. I don't really know. I just I don't even know. And like, you know, there's rumors that Riders Republic's gonna put a skateboard in and everything. I don't think I think they really should do the skateboard at Riders Republic, but I just don't know if revitalizing Skate. I don't even know how it's gonna go. Skate 2, I think, broke the sales record for the series, and then people were tired by Skate 3, and then we all know what happened from there. That was basically it.
I mean, Skate 3, from what I remember, was kind of rushed, and like it was a little divisive. From what I remember, I mean, granted, I wasn't like I played Skate a fuck ton, but I'd never really paid attention to what people were saying online about games back then. So, I mean, I could see kind of why it was divisive, because Skate 2 was still like, and I mean, they're all technically simulation games, but Skate 3 definitely went a little too far into the arcade realm for some people.
I know why.
I think Skate 2 is the best of the trilogy. I think Skate 3 has the best skating like mechanics and physics, but in general, I think Skate 2 plays a little better. It's a little weightier. It's a little more simulation, and I liked that about it. The thing I didn't like about 3 was that they fucked with the bailing mechanics. This is a whole thing that I don't want to get into right now. This has already been a pretty damn long episode, and we still have to record another. But I think if they do like a kind of a hybrid between Skate 2 and Skate 3, that would be ideal for me. But I know that's not, you know, always the general consensus for everybody. Yeah. But GP,
yep.
We got one more news story about EA, and then we will end this podcast and start up our second one.
Cool.
EA CEO doesn't commit to NFTs, which is very surprising.
That is baffling to me. Wow.
This EA is by
people won. What?
Exactly.
No
yeah. I think it's because they realize that right now NFTs are a thing that like gets so much backlash, especially in the games industry, that they're just like, you know what? Let's hold off on this for a while. As soon as people calm down about it, we'll be the first one there. But for right now, we're gonna avoid this because we don't want another fucking Battlefront 2 debacle on our hands. But I mean, I don't really need to read through this. It was basically just that they saw what was going on in the games industry, and they were asked on an investor call about NFTs, and the CEO was like, "Nah, we don't know about that yet." So he's not saying no, but he's also not saying yes. He's probably just waiting to see where things end up in the games industry with NFTs. But
like Tony Hawk just announced an NFT project. We got to copy him with Skate. Well, we got to see what happens to him first. It's like,
yeah, watch. It's like introducing Skate NFTs. I'd be like, fuck no, fuck you.
Oh, trust me, they're gonna be like, wow, guys, we put this game out too early and it fucking bombed. Skate NFTs right now. It's like, wow.
That'd be the only way that could piss me off more than just making a bad game, is then putting NFTs in it.
Guys, we need money, and we need it right now.
It's our money, and we need it now.
It just shows a guy sitting there next to like a glass case that says "Do not break unless emergency," and there's an NFT inside of it. Smashes it. I know what we got to do, guys. We got to do what Tony Hawk did, but we got to make it skate NFTs. Genius.
Make America skate again.
Make America skate again.
They should. I don't know if they use that in a marketing campaign or if anybody has, but somebody should use that in a marketing campaign. And if you want to use it, then you have to pay me roughly $1 million. So hit me up. I will greatly accept that $1 million. But, guys, this has been the HexxedPhenom Gamescast. Remember, we're doing a doubleheader, so you should see this probably pretty late Friday night, and then also tomorrow at noon will be your second episode of the week because we missed last week. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Second episode.
Hell yeah.
Get some shit done.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been the HexxedPhenom Gamescast, the show that brings you the video game news you need to know each and every week. And until next time, guys, have a phenomenal week.